All right.
Blessings, my guy.
Blessings.
It's Wednesday. It's 10 a.m. Hey, you know what the fuck that mean. It's
You
the
know what
Devo and
time it
Kris Joe
is.
show. We're back. I hope everyone had a great Christmas, man. You know what, Joe? I feel refreshed, man. I came back to mom's. You know, I'm in Michigan right now. I got to see, my niece, my nephew, brother-in-law, sister, and the fam. It's something, I don't know, bro. I mean, it's something when you get to hang out with moms and the fam.
Yep.
You get a renewed energy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
yeah. Oh yeah.
we're have you ever heard of the game Taboo?
Of course. Come on. That's a game of games. That's the game of games right there.
Yo, bro. So every time we come back to the crib, we play Taboo, and if anyone who doesn't know Taboo, it's like you get you get a card, you get a bunch of cards, you get timed. Obviously, you get on a team, and so it might be a crazy word like, I don't know, fucking shit, just
Seagull.
anything. It'd be see,
Fucking can't say feathers. Can't say goddamn bird
facts.
seeds. Like goddamn.
Yeah, facts, bro. So like, my mom and sisters are like unreal at the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like it's like they got I don't even know, but so like we playing Taboo with the fam, and the shit in my family is just like they get into it, bro. Like super into it. And it was getting my mom yelling and fucking, she bro, it was just a good time getting back with the fam.
Of
But so
course. Of course.
if anyone doesn't know what Taboo is, you better fuck with it. I'm telling you, like that shit will bring your family together, your friends
Oh
together,
yeah.
and you're gonna have a good time. And oh, while we're at it, you might want to bring some Flintstone into the equation if you're playing a little bit of Taboo, or you might want to have
I'll tell you what. You bring some Flintstones in the Taboo, you ain't getting one fucking word right. You know what I'm saying? You saying everything, every word that you're not supposed to say. You saying, God damn it! Shout out to
Oh shit,
Flintstones.
yo, yeah! Shout out to Flintstone. Shout out to my guy Mike Flynn, man. He's doing big things over there with Flintstone. And again, if you indulge, you indulge. If you don't, you don't. But you might get you a gummy, a pre roll, or some of that flower power. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Whatever.
guess what? If you don't indulge, maybe you got a friend who does, and guess what? Point them in the right direction. It don't take nothing to help a friend
It
get to
don't
the
take
right
nothing to help.
place.
Hey, Joe, what did you say? What did you say before about the candle?
I said a candle loses nothing by lighting another.
And that's what you motherfucker can do. If you bring up a Flintstone, you ain't lose shit by helping
You ain't
by
losing
helping
nothing.
somebody else. You ain't lose nothing. But how was your Christmas, Joe? How was it with the fam? It was baby girl's first Christmas. Tell me about how it went down, man.
Baby's girl's first Christmas, over this holiday. So that was great. For one, like I said, my brother, Mojo, who coaches at Butler, had came down. They had a game against Providence. They ended up losing in overtime, unfortunately. But came down right after that. So this was the first time his wife was in town with his son. My nephew Cam, shout out to Cam. So the whole fam, what I'm saying, was around for this holiday. So it made it real special. We were all under the same roof. Like you said, we're at Mom Duke's crib. Everybody there for the first time. All her grandchildren there under the same roof. That family keeps growing. I think she has, I want to say it's 8 grandchildren now. Could be 9. But big, yeah, it was great in there. They all got in there, took a picture with her. One of them classic joints. Her in the middle, all her grandchildren surrounding her. And I think the last time we did that, it might have been, I think, 5 grandchildren only, or 6 at the time. So the fact that it's growing, the family is growing beautifully, healthy. It was a great time, man. It was a great time. I myself had, you know, a great time watching some NBA games. Had me more than a few drinks. You know what I mean? Nice,
Yeah.
some nice cocktails, some Malibu, some pineapple, like some coconut pineapple kind of something little fruity to sip on all day, so you
A
stay
nice little
right. You don't want to
concoction.
get you nice little concoction. You know what I'm saying? Fucking in the lab, mixing it up. It was great, man. No, but
Facts.
in all honesty, it was great. Baby girl was great. I think a day before Christmas, she went and got her ears pierced. She turned 3 months, and my wife was like, we're getting her ears pierced today. I'm like, what? all right, cool. I didn't want to see her go through that pain, but it was really quick.
Ooh.
And, that's always tough for me. You know what I'm saying? My son, Kyson, he got one ear pierced. He wanted to do it too. I'm like, okay, what's going on today? You finding some courage, ain't you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Everybody, everything was amazing this holiday. We ate well. Kids were happy with the gifts. And that's what it's all about. But more than anything, the holidays is the time to get together as a family, connect, and disconnect from everything else. You know what I mean?
Facts, bro.
And that's what
Facts.
we did. And that's the same thing, like you said, a game like Taboo, that's what it does. It brings laughter. It brings a competitive spirit, of course, but more than anything, it just brings you together for a great time. And, that's what it's all about.
And man, bro, you hit it on the head. Come together to like connect, but to disconnect. Because
Yeah.
when I was playing Taboo, it was like I was in that fucking moment. Like it wasn't nothing else I was thinking about. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
so locked in on fucking figuring out what Seagull was. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. It was like, bro, it's like it really does. Take all the like stresses and all the other shit that you're worrying about
Yeah.
in life, man. And that's like when are in those type of moments, like it really that's what life is about, man. Like being able to
Truly,
like
truly is.
enjoy those times, and like I think the more you could put those type of moments together, the better life you'll have, because we're always like we're never like present, like a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like the more present we could be, the better our life is going to be, man. And that was Christmas, being with the fam, yo, that's like, it's like none other, man. Like I said, I'm rejuvenated a little bit. Like I could do a lot more shit. You know what I mean, Joe?
Yeah.
Because I know it went down in the kitchen, man. I know because I know how you like to eat, you like to get it in, and I know Mom
Yep.
Dukes she's doing her thing. So what was yeah? What was I guess the
So,
best dish that you
well,
had?
shout out to Mom, man. My mom, her name, Eartha Rigsby. Shout out to Mama Earth. You know what I'm saying? Because she been holding it down for the longest. You know what I'm saying? Christmas Day, Christmas night was traditionally known. This is where you're coming to eat. Family, friends, this is what you're going to come do. You're going to come here and get you a good plate, have you some good drink, have a good time. So, I'm from my mom is from Trinidad and Tobago, and, they get busy. That's from in the islands, the Caribbean islands. So we had jerk chicken, stewed chicken, oxtail, barbecue chicken, macaroni pie, some
Oh,
great turkey, rice and peas. Of course, you had some cranberry for that turkey. She made some like a bean stew, pea stew, something like that you put on. Just another side. You had some potato salad. You had beet salad, which was amazing, phenomenal. Um, Shoot, what else was on there? What else was on that table? We had, my wife made a great, like a Greek salad, which was it was a hitter that night, like a dill salad of some sort. Man, I'm probably forgetting a bunch of stuff, but guess what? A lot of leftovers. And
yeah, that's the best.
for a long time, I had been straight vegan. You know what I'm saying? As you know, by vegan, I'd say 90%, because vegans don't eat any. I would still have a cheese pizza here and there, but I stayed away from dairy. I still don't drink milk. I only drink almond milk. But lately, in the past, probably like 3 or so months, I'd say, I've been picking at, like, I'd go to my sister. So my sister's birthday was in November, and probably a little bit before that, I took a piece of jerk chicken, just a little piece out the top, just to see. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn. Because the
You talking
main
about
reason
just
of
to
me
see?
becoming vegan was just, I was trying to stay healthy and make sure I could play. My ankle was fucked up, and being vegan really took a lot of my pains that I was having as I got a little bit later into my playing career, and I was having weird little ailments and things like that, and it made me feel better overall, on the court and off the court. But now I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna just keep missing out on mommy's Christmas dinners and shit, man. So I had to train. I was starting to train my stomach a little bit, because let me tell you something, man. It ain't easy when you haven't been eating some shit. I've been 5 years or 6 years in, whatever it was, and you try to go back. You can't go right back into it, because even a piece of chicken. Let me tell you what, you and that porcelain seat the next day. Hey, it's gonna be a fucking rough one. All
Y'all
right.
motherfuckers is fighting.
So,
Yo.
I trained my stomach, to be honest, a little bit to get to this point where I was able to go and enjoy. I still don't overdo it. I probably only had a piece of jerk chicken. I put a little of that oxtail gravy on my rice, and I
Come
kept it
on,
at
yo. You
that.
got to.
But but even that alone was like amazing, just to taste her cooking again fully. You know what I'm saying? So that again was something special for me because I hadn't done that in a while.
Man, bro, I feel like fucking running to Montreal right now. Yeah, I mean, not even driving. I fucking run there. I might get there faster running, motherfucker. Just off of, man. Look, jerk chicken, stewed chicken. Oh man, oxtail, yo,
Yeah.
that, bro. I'd have went ham, and I'd have went for seconds and thirds, and then fourths.
Oh yeah. Oh, and guess what? There would be enough for fifths if you needed it. You know what I mean? There was a whole lot.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact, yo. Yo, Joe, I've been thinking too, man, and this is kind of just random, but you know how we start the show off like this right here, boom,
Yeah.
with the salute. We start. I love
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. But we in our third season, and change is necessary. You know what I'm saying? With anything in life, change is necessary for you to grow and evolve as a human being, and just
I agree.
make new shit happen. So, and this is, we gonna do this live on air, and I wanted to ask you because you're my brother. You know what I'm saying? That nothing's gonna go through without your approval. You know what I'm saying? So instead
Let's
of
do it.
the so instead of
Because
this,
we get
I kind of we get it in. You know what I'm saying? So instead
okay.
of that,
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to start off with, you know what I'm saying? I got, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you ready to go. If you do this,
Yeah.
motherfucker, like
Yeah. You ready to fucking wax on, wax off a motherfucker?
that's a fact. So if if it's okay with you, I think going
Let's
forward,
do
you
it.
know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
All right,
I'm
bet.
with it.
All right,
I'm with it. Don't say a
bet.
word. I'm with you. I don't ride
All right,
with you,
so
man. It's whatever.
I ain't saying nothing. And so next Wednesday going forward.
Yep.
Yo, all right, bet. That's a bet, Joe. And then what, yo? I got a lot of random shit, yo, in my head today,
Hey,
and I was just
it's
thinking, cause
Wednesday, and guess what? This is what we do. If for anybody tuning in, thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time, if it's your last time, and for the ones who keep coming back, we appreciate y'all. But this is me and my brother just talking. Yes, we'll get to some hoops, but sometimes I just want to talk to my brother. He wants to talk to me, and this is what we're gonna do. This is how a regular conversation we would go, and we letting you in to how shit would really be happening.
that's a fact. And I don't. They wasn't a part of the shit when we were in the garage seeing who had the highest kick.
Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Matty, man. Motherfucker had the high kick.
Yo,
Oh, definitely had the high kick.
yo, bro. Yo, that shit was unbelievable, yo. Motherfucker like, hiya.
Some great
Yo,
times, fucking great times on the hill.
yo. So Joe, what? And this is my random thought. This is it. If you could be really good at anything, and I'm gonna tell you the two things that I would really want to be good at. You know what I'm saying? And I would be, if I was good at these things, I'd be fucking doing it all day type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd be showing off for people. You know what I'm saying? I'd be going into the
Yeah.
store. And back home, it's called Meyer. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Oh
Wegmans
yeah, Myers.
in
Yeah,
Syracuse.
yeah.
But you know about Meyer. You know what I'm saying? That's just shout out to Meyer. You know what I mean? We
Nah,
need a
but you
fucking
shout out to
sponsor.
Michigan State. You know what I'm saying? It was up there, East Lansing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But also my brother just
facts.
put. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Meyer, man. Yeah.
And Kroger.
I know about Kroger's. Yep. Shout out to Kroger.
Yes. Yo,
I know him.
so the two things for me, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I could dance a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I could hold
You
the
hit a little
rhythm and the
two
beat.
step.
Yeah, I mean that's all I need. Shit, I'm clean as fuck. With it. But I wish I could dance like Chris Brown,
Hmm.
and I wish I could fucking sing, man.
You know what's crazy is, but elaborate. Is that just something you want to? Is there something you want to expound on as far as why these two talents is something that you wish you could do?
I mean, I'd love to
Because guess what? You're a
serenade.
fucking hooper. A hooper, that's a hell of a fucking thing to do. But I get it. If you could do anything else, you know what I'm saying? Why those two things?
I mean, so quick story, yo, quick story. And this is, we going back to college, man. We going back to Winding Ridge. We going back to 410
Whew.
Winding
God
Ridge. Yeah,
damn.
some shit that went down on 410 Winding Ridge. Motherfuckers made shit happen on 410. You know what I'm
Exclusive.
saying? That's for another show. That's for another
Yeah.
show. We'll get into that. But man, I swear, dog, it was probably 3 in the morning, dog. Maybe 2:30, 3 in the morning, bro. And it was this one dude on the football team who could sing his ass off, bro. And he stayed down the block from me. He stayed down the block. And man, dog, it was a bar night, so motherfuckers was outside and shit. But man, I wake up, bro, to this motherfucker singing to some ladies, yo, outside. And I look outside the window, bro. I look outside the window, and I'm talking about, yo, my man was blowing, bro. And I'm talking about the two ladies was so mesmerized, yo. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like, yo, so for like, and I always wanted to be a good singer, yo, because I just like it make me feel good when you hear somebody with a good voice. It's like, yo,
hmm
that's fucking
When you hear
amazing
when
how
you
you
hear a good
sound.
national anthem, that should give me the chills. When you hear a good national
No
anthem being
doubt,
sang, you feel me? Yep,
man,
for
bro.
sure.
No,
That do something to you.
bro, I'm hearing my man sing, bro, and I'm looking at the girls' reaction, and not or just lack of reaction. They almost in a fucking daze. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm listening, and my man was so cold, bro. Seriously, like this shit was like effortless. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening,
Yep.
and I'm like, yo, I would love to be able to sing, dog, and have somebody feel like how them two ladies was
Oh
feeling at
yeah.
that moment,
Nah,
man.
no
2:30,
question. I feel you.
and shit. I don't know what went down after that motherfucking song was over, but I tell you what, that motherfucker had he had his fucking choice. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, bro. So like,
Yeah,
so
100%.
from that point, man, from that point on, I was like, damn, dog. Always in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I wish I could fucking sing. And kind of, when I hear a good song, I'm singing to myself. I feel like I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm probably shitty as fuck. But those
Yeah.
are the
Possibility exists.
yeah. But yo, but those are the two things, bro. If I could dance like motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
doing all type of Chris Brown shit. Yo, like those are the two things I think like motherfuckers really are like when they see somebody who could really sing and really dance, it's like that's some special shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some special shit. Like I'll stop for a motherfucker on the street if they dance and doing some
Yeah.
fucking, and
100%.
I'll dance. Or if somebody's singing, I'm stopping and looking. And then they got the
Mm-hmm.
little guitar case open. I'm putting them motherfucking dollar in there.
Yep. Hold
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
100%.
That's I mean, those are my two things, Joe. And I just it's a
Nah,
random Wednesday,
that's
and
a,
I had that shit on my
guess what?
mind, yo.
I love the question because funny enough, I called my man AK. Shout out to AK. Probably last week, and I asked him that same fucking question, bro. And that's what's crazy about you asking me. And my answer was one was singing. You feel me? For the same reasons you just said. You want to serenade a young lady, a young PYT, pretty young thing, and you sing to her. It'll be love. But then also you got I'd say drawing. If I could draw for real, be an artist, I'd tell the same thing. That to me, that's a hell of a talent to have. You could just look at something or someone and draw it perfect. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is an amazing thing. Hey, come here, baby. Let me just draw you real quick. Let me draw you a portrait. You ever see? Let me draw your portrait. Just come stay here real quick. She's like,
Oh,
what? Yeah, that's what we doing. And I'm
wait.
singing to her while I do it. I'm singing to her as I'm drawing her portrait. I give her that thing right there, signing at the bottom. Have a nice night, baby. We ain't even doing nothing else. Hey, I just want to sing to you and draw you because you're so beautiful. That's it.
Ooh. Hey,
And
bro,
that's my two
you gonna
things.
be on, you gonna be on her mind.
And then,
You gonna be
you know what I'm
on her
saying?
mind,
Six,
yo.
6'7". You know what I'm saying? I like to think of myself as a handsome young man. And
Oh,
and and
facts,
and
yeah.
and, and you singing and drawing is come on, bro. it's a place out here for me somewhere to be doing this at a high level if I could do those two things. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be it.
You might be the coldest motherfucker on earth. For real, like you do so you 6'7", like yeah, you a handsome guy, you confident, you know what I'm saying? Like your confidence, people could feel that, you know what I'm saying? You know, motherfuckers who ball and athletes, they already got this. You know what I'm saying? They got the gift of gab, you know what I'm saying? They know how to talk to
Yeah,
motherfuckers, you know what I mean? But if you
yeah.
add on a motherfucker who could sing, dance a little bit, and draw. Oh my god, dog! And this is what I'm doing. Like you said, I'm doing all three of them shit at the same time. So I
hundred
might
percent.
motherfucking sweetheart. I'm drawing you, and sweetheart, look at this, and then I might fucking get up, and
Break
then
some
go
shit
back to
down
drawing some shit.
just to give her a little couple of glass of wine. You do some extravagant gas. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, that's a hell of a talent to have, man. I'm telling you, singing. And I'd
Yo,
love to be able to draw because I just find artists in general, like a tattoo artist, how you bring things to life. You know, those are
tough.
things that are, you know, like amazing. I think, you know, one of my favorite drawings, and I don't have many, you know what I'm saying, but an artist named Melissa out of Toronto, Ontario, or she's probably not from Toronto, maybe from Brampton, but regardless, she's from around that area. She drew a portrait of myself and my brother when we played each other in the NCAA tournament in 2010. And it was a picture that I had sent to her, which was him and I lining up at the free throw line, you know, as someone was shooting, and we right next to each other, I guess, looking at the ball go up or whatever it is. And she brought that shit to life. It's in my son's room right now. And I see that every day, bro. When I go in there, I'm like, this is one of the coldest shits ever. Like, she really, you know, I could look at the picture online or on fucking, it's on Google. I probably got it in my photo album or whatever the case is. But seeing that shit in portrait mode and how she put her little twist on it, where she made it, you know, Vermont black and green, Cuse was white and orange. So she got the colors all there, splattered all right. And it's just, yo, bro, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful portrait of my brother and I that I'm going to be able to keep for life. And hopefully it gets passed on, you know, to my kids. And they'll, at some point, it's going to be like, who the fuck are these two dudes on my wall? Guess what? That's your great uncle and your great grandfather or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just going to be passed
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
So that's going to be amazing. You know what I mean?
Man, that's dope. And you know, man, it's crazy because an artist, like that's the coldest shit ever, for real. Like I ain't gonna lie, like the artist, like as far as like artsy shit, like dancing and singing and drawing, that's all like art shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
life is art. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
life is art. It's all life is about creating shit. Like the realest shit comes from shit that you're able to create from your mind and bring that motherfucker to life. You know what I'm saying? That's the like they're able to like you know what they say, Joe. We only access like I don't know, like 10% of our brain or some shit or whatever it is. These
Yep.
motherfuckers able to go. I might be only access this motherfucker. These motherfuckers able to go over here and this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like they that shit is so. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah, so it's
figured out a
incredible
way to like man, dog,
to unlock
it's
some other shit.
incredible. So
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to that
unlock some
question.
fucking
And,
superpowers, yo.
and I'd love for, you know, just based off of that question that you asked, and for those who do follow the show, if you are on Twitter, I'd love for you guys to share some of the things that you wish, two things that you would have loved to have as talents, just so I can see what you guys think and explain a little bit of why you would want these two, you know, extra talents or two talents that you know, possess, just, you know, for shits and giggles, man. I'd love to find out what you guys are thinking and what you guys feel.
For real, like, cause yes, like, chat, we need you to be active, chat. So, like, hop in, and what are the two things, or it could be three. You know what I'm saying? We just named three things: dancing, singing, and drawing. You know what I mean? So, what are two or three things that you wish that you could really excel at and really be great at? Hop in the chat. We gonna chat it up or chop it up with you. And Joe, we already got something in the chat that say this is Katie at the mega desk. Katie, you at the fucking mega desk right now. Your shit must be fucking huge. All right, but she says Q Sports Talk exclusive idea. Kris and Devo should take a class for dancing, singing, and drawing just to try it out. I ain't mad at that.
Hey,
I ain't mad
I'm
at
not
that,
at
Joe.
all. You know that'll take some time to get to a certain level, but I'm open to it because You know, my life is not as, you know, when you're playing, when you're in it, you know, you don't got time for shit else. I feel like you just hooping, you know, that's what you're focused on now. I feel like is the time in this second phase of my life where, yes, I'm coaching, I'm busy, but I feel like I do have a little bit more time to explore and see what else that I could put my mind to and give my time to be good at and become good at. You know what I'm saying? And it's a challenge. We all, as competitors, I mean, people in general usually, but I know it's easier, I feel like, for athletes of, you know, all walks. If you're talking golf, curling, whatever it is that you compete at, it's easier for us to pick up a challenge and want to be good at it because we're so competitive and we expect so much out of ourselves that when we're shitty, we want to get better. You think of people who pick up golf. You know what I'm saying? Like you heard about you heard AG 2 weeks ago talking about his golf swing. He's in the elevator working on his swing. I could almost guarantee when he was in college, he didn't give a fuck about golf outside of Tiger Woods.
At all.
You know what I mean? And you know, you just you just look at these athletes. If you look, bro, D Wade, all these NBA guys, they always talk about, man, we got to get on the golf course. I need to go. I'm like, shit. Why is that the go-to sport afterwards? Because it's so challenging. And you go there and you're like, why the fuck can't I hit this little ass ball? Like, why is it going left, right? Why can't I get it right? And they work at it and they end up being decent at it. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I'll be open to. So shout out to Katie from the Mega Desk. That's something that I will be, you know, picking up, hopefully, in the near future.
Man, no, we're going to do that, Joe. That's a fact. We're going to do a drawing class. I think that'd be dope, bro. Just because,
Yeah.
man, for real, bro, like, life go by so fast and we so distracted most of the time that, you know, we ain't even, like, able to, like, grasp a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, like, when you, like, really are able to learn shit, like those are the moments you're really engaged in something. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about really locked in on some shit. Like it's funny that I was listening to Miles Turner, who plays for the Pacers, and he's an interesting dude, man. He's definitely an interesting cat. Like he said, he spends 3 to 4 hours a day building Legos, and it's not like I'm talking about mansions.
Yeah, some huge shits. Like, yeah.
But he said like that like allows his mind to really like, you know, get off everything, you know what I'm saying? Like all the pressures of hoop and expectations and shit like that. And bro, and just I've been reading, and it's a cold book that I think you should get by Rick Rubin. It's like I forget what it's called, creative something, how to express your creative ability or whatever, bro. I mean, you'll love this book, bro. I've been reading it. My sister got it for me for Christmas. Shout out to my sister Jill, man. She be holding it down.
Shout out Jill.
I mean, this like, I even when I just been reading it, bro, it's been changing my whole shit. Like just on how you looking at shit and how you express yourself and how you really, because everybody got that in them, right? That creative ability.
Yep.
It's just about how you tap in it. How can I tap into it? Like, what are the things that could really, you know what I'm saying, express it and get it out there? And like, yo, bro, like, I think like we limit ourselves to one thing. Like, you know, as hoopers, like, oh, we could just be good at hooping. Like, and then if we go try to do something else, like a motherfucker be like, damn, this motherfucker funny. Like he a funny motherfucker. You know how it is in our like basketball culture. If you trying to do some other shit, they'd be like, damn, this motherfucker weirdo. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a weirdo. I want to be that now. I want to be a weirdo. You feel what I'm saying? Because we unlocking shit that we ain't never even know that we was possible. And then when you doing that, man, some real shit gonna come to you, yo. Like some unbelievable idea. You know what I'm saying? So like I love hearing about that different shit with like Miles Turner talking about he 3 to 4 hours building mansion Legos, and you talked about singing and dancing and shit like that. Like it's, yo, bro, like man, this life is like
we gotta tap in. Yo. We gotta. It's limitless, but there's a time limit on this life. You know what I'm saying? Oof. So we gotta, like, when you want to do something, go ahead and do it. Don't put roadblocks in front of yourself. Like, don't allow your mind to stop you from doing things. It's okay to go do something and fuck up. At least you tried it and you know, hey, this ain't for me. But if it's something that you want to go ahead and do it. At least you gave yourself the chance to see if you really enjoyed it as you thought you would, or if it's really not for you. And then there's a fucking million other things you could try to go do, bro. Like, it's limitless, like you said, bro, but we limit ourselves. And like I said, we're on borrowed time right now. You know what I mean? So we better fucking use that shit up. and just enjoy life, explore, travel, do all that things, and try new things, challenge yourself in different ways, and shit, bro. Not to serious us out, but this is life. You feel me? This is what life is about.
No doubt. And don't let opinions of others, stop you from trying shit. Because guess what? A motherfucker got some shit to say. He or she or they, you know what I'm saying, are fucking afraid of that shit. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like they projecting their shit on you. Don't let a motherfucker project their shit on you, man. Because
At all,
and
ever.
real shit, don't even tell a motherfucker. Don't even just go ahead and do it. Cause a lot of times when you tell a motherfucker, they ruin that shit.
Yep.
For real, yo. Like they ruin that shit.
100%. 100%.
They come in with they
Badass
opinions.
energy, motherfucker. Fuck out of here.
And look, a lot of times, and I catch myself doing this shit sometimes, Joe, for other people, like, because like your intentions are pure, so like you're trying to help. So like when a motherfucker, tell you, hey, I got this going on, so you try to like give like maybe advice or something. But even if it's like you think it's good advice, man, maybe I should just shut the fuck up, man. Because I really don't even fucking know. I'm just trying to like in my heart like feel like I'm doing the best and giving you the best advice or opinion. But maybe I should just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. And this is comes to another point, Joe. Like I was reading in the book, Rick Rubin, man. It talked about listening. You know what I'm saying? Like how man, we never really fucking listen for real. And when I say that is like, and I do it, and I'm sure you do it. Everyone does it. Like when somebody talking to you, you hearing it, but you're not hearing it. You already fucking forming some shit that you got to say to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you already like coming with your opinion or like coming with like, oh no, that's not right. That's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like instead of just like really fucking listening and not saying shit. Because a lot of the times, bro, and I've learned this over, different experiences, but a lot of times a motherfucker don't even want you to say shit. They just want to get that shit off of their chest or have somebody hear them out. You know what I'm saying? Like they might not even need that advice. But the human in us always is like, oh, I gotta say some shit. I gotta help. I gotta make them feel better.
Yeah, nah, facts. But that's a tough dynamic. I feel like it's a thin line between like if you just pour your heart out and I'm just like, I hear you. Or whoever it is, it could be anybody there. I hear you. And then it's like, damn, dog, I was looking for some shit.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's 100% true. Because as soon as you start talking, whatever it may be, the situation, it could you thinking, okay, how am I going to answer this? So now you're not even fully listening anymore. You're thinking as you're listening. You can't do both. You know what I'm saying? At least not to 100%. No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
But it is like you're right. It is a thin line because I guess the good person in you feel like, fuck, I gotta say. But like when I read that shit, yo, I mean, we programmed like this, yo. Like we've been programmed since a young, like to like always feel like we might need to help or we gotta say some shit. Like I'm 36 years old, bro. Man, bro, I don't know shit. I don't know shit for real. Like just to be real, like on the grand scheme of things. Man, I don't know shit, man. Just to be real, and if you feel what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? If the audience feels what I'm saying, like that, it's just, it's hard, like, to even explain that shit, but, like, yeah, like, listening, yo, bro, it's, when I read that shit, I'm like, man, I've been fucking up.
Shout out to Rick Rubin. I'm about to fuck with that. I'm about to get that book for real.
Dog, it's gonna change your whole shit up. It's gonna change your, hold on real quick, let me just grab it real quick, it's right here, hold on, I gotta tell you.
Yep. Chat, shout out to the chat. It's not too much that I get an ISO. Oh, here he come. He's back. But shout out to the chat. I love y'all.
It was quick. This one right here.
Okay.
So it's the creative act, a way of being.
Okay.
Yo, bro.
I wonder what that logo means. Like, what's that logo about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the significance behind that? Because already that shit got me feeling like this some out of work. This some different shit. One side got the dot, the other side don't. It got some significance to it, but we ain't gonna do that. Hey, I'll tell you what, that's some shit that Flintstones make you do. You see a fucking logo and you start trying to dissect it. So yeah, nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, for real, bro. That book is unreal. Hey, bro, the chat the chat off the chain right now. We gave them that question. Okay, I want to name a couple. I'm gonna read a couple of them. So the OQ's 1966 would love to be a better home remodeler. That's dope.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
that's dope. Slow at office this week in Pittsburgh. Okay, shout out to OQ's 1966. He tuning in from Pitt.
Shout out to
Thanks
shit.
for
Yeah, shout out to Cuse, man. We got Cusers everywhere.
Edna 1936. She says she wishes she could have Pearl's handle, Stevie Thompson's leaping ability, and G
God
Max
damn.
J. That would make me unstoppable. Fucking right, Edna.
No,
God
no.
damn,
Yeah.
you fucking right.
You'd be
You
you'd be
fucking
you'd
right.
be you'd be a fucking hell of a player.
And we got SU Orange 44 says, shortly after my daughter was born, about 6 or 7 months, we took her to her first SU basketball game. We ordered a picture of the game. We ordered a picture of the game from SU that shows Chris Joe laying it in with the left hand against Notre Dame. At the end of that
Sick.
season, Chris Joe was signing up at Great Northern Mall and signed it to my daughter, congratulating her on her first SU game. Man, this shit always come
That's
back together,
amazing.
boy.
That's amazing.
Word.
If
That
you do
shit.
have Twitter, or something like that, or Facebook or something, if you have that picture, I'd love to see it. But hey, hearing things like that, bro, that's what it's all about, man. Like, it's bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a great story. I appreciate that.
For real. Hey, bro, man, you hit it on the head, dog. It's so much bigger than us. It's so much bigger than ourselves. It's like, and I've been feeling this more and more, but like, how can I like motivate and inspire people to like get out of their comfort zone? You know what I'm saying? Because that's the
Mm-hmm.
only way you could grow and really reach your full potential and tap into some other shit. Like nobody want to be doing the same shit every day. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times they scared to hop out of that. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
change and do some different shit because it is scary. Motherfucker never did it before. So it's a lot of
exactly.
uncertainty. It's a lot of fear, a lot of nervousness. But bro, I think like for me and you, like when they see us, bro, we didn't fucking go to school for this. Yeah, we went to
Yep.
communications, but motherfucker, did I go to class consistently? Oh shit. Probably not, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But like, this isn't like something that like we went to school for, yo. But
Yep.
it's something that I think we really have a passion for, like sharing our ideas, talking about the game of basketball, like interacting with people and engaging with people, like so like you could tell through our passion. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Like at first, when they were like, "Hey, Devo, you want to do a show?" I'm like, "All right, well, what the fuck am I talk about?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it gonna be? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna talk hoops, cause Joe, like, it ain't no script. We don't got no script, yo. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it ain't
None.
no fucking script. It ain't it's sometimes like when it ain't no games, like we just going on here and just really talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like from
Yep.
our mind, like what, and I just want to be able to like help people like tap into their shit and however you could do that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because real shit, like, man, I'm nervous all the time, or I'm scared of like what. Yeah, I have shit in my mind like I wonder what people are thinking. I wonder what, but yo, I've been able to like kind of fight through it and just be like, fuck it, yo. I want to
Yeah.
express myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I think that when people see that somebody else can do it, I'm a regular motherfucker. We
That's
both,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Like,
Like we said,
if
man,
we
I
can
think it
do it, y'all can
humanizes
do it,
us.
man.
100%. And shout out
Exactly.
to Paulie in in that first season, really, you know what I'm saying, being the training wheels and being there. And when you left, if you do see this, I appreciate you. You came in, you held
Facts.
it down, and you made things transition real smoothly for us. But we here now. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you, but we here. Real
Yeah, we
quick.
more comfortable.
Oh yeah, we here. We here. Yeah, an hour go by so quick. I'm like, shit. We need another hour. We need
Facts.
two. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Give us an
Facts.
hour and a half or something. Give us 90 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We'll
And
be
we gonna need
straight.
more bread for that though. We gonna need more
Oh
bread for
yeah,
that. All right, let's keep it on.
that's a fact. We gonna need a little bit more. We gonna need a little bit more cheese on the top. But
Sprinkle me,
Devo, real quick,
baby.
we've been talking. We haven't spoke hoops at all yet. And shout out to the chat again. Chat, you can keep this going. Mind you, the beauty about the chat is you guys can keep this thing going right on Twitter, whatever it may be. If you want to continue talking, want to engage, very reachable on all platforms. Twitter. What's that other? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you guys still
Instagram.
use that,
Oh, X,
we're
Twitter
here.
X.
X, Twitter X. We're here. We're here to interact and to keep engaging with our listeners and our viewers. But I want to ask you something basketball related.
Yeah.
We're going into the conference play. Obviously, ACC now, Big East when we were playing, and more or less we played a couple good teams in the non-conference. You know what I'm saying? If I think back, we played Florida, we played Kansas my freshman year, we played Memphis. Sophomore year, we played Florida again. We played, North Carolina at the Garden. We played Cal. You know what I mean? So we played, we played some good teams. But at the end of the day, we'll also have the Cornells and the Colgates. Back then we didn't lose to them teams. I know we caught some L's in recent years. We played, and this team just played Niagara, et cetera, played Oregon, Georgetown, fine. Now, my point is, going into conference play, did you tap into something different? Because at the end of the day, we played in the Big East. Now there's not going to be another Niagara. And once you go into
Right.
conference play in the Big East, because even when you go play DePaul, you got Dart Tucker you got to fucking deal with, or Wilson Chandler. When you go play Providence, in my time, you got to go fucking deal with Marshawn Brooks, one of the best scorers the Big East has seen. When you
Ooh,
go,
so tough.
when you go deal with South Florida, you got to go deal with Dominique Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to deal with some people. Every night, every game, there's someone, regardless of what the outcome may be, because our teams might have been better, there's someone on that other side that you got to deal with. That's a focal point, and it's like, we can't let this guy get off, because if he does have the games that he's capable of having and the other guys are sprinkling a little bit of shit, they could end up, surprising us. So what was it that you tapped into going in? Like, was it like, yo, now it's the Big East, this the real shit? Is that how you viewed it? Or was it just, yo, I'm a killer, I'm always a killer, but now I gotta have a couple more weapons in my fucking arsenal? What was the mindset going into conference play?
And I'm gonna add one more dude. My freshman year, Quincy Newby from Rutgers.
Oh
Oh,
shit. Golly.
yo.
Hey. Whew.
Yo, he had
Gosh,
41
boy.
on us at the Dome. We won, but he had 41 of motherfuckers shooting from half court,
That's
yo. Like it.
that's crazy.
Big shout out to Big East. That old Big East wasn't nothing like that, yo. It was the best conference of all time. Like you said, from top to bottom, yo. Like you had to be ready for a motherfucker. I don't care if they was not winning the game. Like Dominique Jones averaged
Exactly.
22 in conference play. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, to your question, Joe.
Still hooping
Man,
in
that
China
conference
right
play.
today, making money.
Oh, killing.
Dominique
I mean,
Jones. Yep.
he definitely getting a bag. But
NBA champion, Dallas
bro.
Mavericks. My fault. Keep going.
Oh yeah, real quick before you say that, it's funny as shit because we was in Dallas one time and we we was outside, you know what I'm saying? We was in the we was in the strip club and then this motherfucker, I see Dominique Jones in there and love is love. Love is love, bro. He come up to
Yep.
me and this motherfucker give me a big ass stack, yo. A big ass stack. Do your thing, Devo. Like love is love. Like, cause it's
Yep.
respect. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
respect.
that's so
It's
shout out D
respect.
Jones, man. I'll never forget that. That's love right there. But bro, conference play a different animal. Like all like you playing against all these dudes from AAU, summer camps, all that shit. And like how competitive we are.
Yep.
And then obviously the crowd's getting a little bit thicker. You know what I'm saying? It's getting a little
Yep.
bit louder. ESPN. You know what I'm saying? For us, Joe, that was ESPN every fucking day, every game. Yo, Monday, Big
Yeah.
Monday,
Yeah.
Super Tuesday, motherfucking Wacky Wednesday. I don't know some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
shit was going down. So, bro, I remember my average in conference play always went up, yo. Always went up, and that was like going into Georgetown or UConn, like them crowds, I thrived off that shit. I couldn't wait for a motherfucker
Mm-hmm.
to talk shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't wait for a
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker to talk shit to me, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I did.
That
I
set
love
you
the shit.
off.
Bro, I was ready for it. Okay, bet. Like, cause sometimes I might be in the game and like you kind of just going through the motions, like. No, you hooping, but then a motherfucker might bump you, or he'd be like, "Yeah, motherfucker." I'd be like, Oh shit! All right, bet.
Yeah.
This is it's time to
It's like
go. Like
everything
so,
go
like
from here,
conference.
and it fucking
It's just kind of like
right to this second. Yeah.
it's kind of like fucking. It's like the Incredible Hulk come out you, yo. Like it's shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, that conference play was something different, and even for like Coach Boeheim, like you felt it, yo. Like you felt the difference. Like
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna win those games against Cornell and Colgate and shit like that. But when you went, because look, we talking about okay, we looking across. You got myself, AJ Price, maybe Jerome Dyson, Jeff Adrian, his
Hmm.
team to beat. You go to Georgetown.
Stanley
You got
Robinson.
man, dog. So we could go on and on. But for Coach Boeheim, he looking across at Calhoun or motherfucking
Yeah.
Jamie Dixon or
Patino.
Rick Pitino. Ooh, yo, look, like
Yeah.
this is.
Yep.
So
Like
he kind of
he
like he
coaching
like
against Big John, then he coaching against JT3. Hey, I used to go at it with your pop. Now I'm gonna have to spank you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't let you beat me. Like it's a competitive thing, and it's crazy. And sorry to cut you off, my brother, but it's crazy
no. Go
because
ahead.
coaches have no control over the game. Really, at the end of the day, you see what
Right.
I'm saying? Like it's all they prepare you as best as they can. And at the end of the day, they X's and O's run this play and run that play. Luckily for the conference that we're in, it's like super talent where you don't really have to coach too much. I don't like Boeheim didn't coach us to the fucking T every second, every detail. Like we played a lot. We played
Right.
more so ATOs. He'll say, okay, we're running the 1, 2, or 3 or double fists, and then ATO every so often. But we really hooping. But he wants to beat the fuck out of JT3 and Patino and
Yeah,
Dixon and all these
facts.
guys. You know what I'm saying? But it's
And
only,
vice versa.
and I
And
get
vice
it.
versa.
And vice versa. And vice versa. You want to have a
Yeah.
winning record against Georgetown or against this particular coach or whatever it is. Nobody wants to give up. And at the end of the day, you already knew, when Boeheim gets a win and he puts his hand up and he's shaking his shoulders and shit, and he go over there and shake the other. Yeah, he go over there and he's shaking the other coach's hand. It's with a certain sense of like, yeah, I just sunned you. You know what I'm saying? I just beat you. Like I just outcoached you,
Facts. I just sent
and
you, yo.
and yeah, and I just outcoached you. And that's I see you. I'll see you next game or next year in the tournament, whatever it is, bro. But yeah, nah, this crazy. But yeah, Biggie going into conference play, you gotta tap into something extra because now it's just the best of the best. Now there's no more like free wins, really and truly. You
Facts.
see what I'm saying? We played Virginia. We seen how the outcome of that. It's different. So now we coming in. We got Pitt on whatever day that is. What is it? When's
Saturday.
Pitt? Saturday.
Saturday.
They're playing extremely well. You know what I mean? And it's just different. Conference play. There's no. I'm gonna stay up and text my girl till 1 a.m. Like I need to get my rest. I need to
Yeah.
sleep. Like I don't know if it's still the same. I remember when we used to travel, we go on the road, we go to the hotel. I don't know about now, but if anybody knows Coach Boeheim, traditionally no shoot around. So wherever we go, whatever city we go to, we know we're gonna go in, put our bags down, go get a great meal in one of them conference rooms. Film
Facts.
depending, probably be that day or the next day. Probably usually in the next morning. But you got all day to just kick
Yeah.
it. Go rent you a movie. You know what I'm saying? Don't rent two because they'll bill you and then you'll get in trouble. But rent you one movie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Watch it,
Yeah.
kick it with your roommate, talk, do your treatment, do what you gotta do because this conference play a different animal. Shout out Chip, if that's Chip.
Shout out Chip. Look, Chip don't even fucking bark, and this motherfucker barking now. Like my mom that came in, this motherfucker want to bark and shit. Nah, that shit
Yeah,
funny. Nah, but you're
conference is
right.
different.
Conference difference, bro. And yo, it's funny, yo, because going back to Coach Boeheim real quick, yo, he just like us, yo. As far as like he not like obviously he not gonna be like talking shit and doing that, but bro, in the back of his mind, this motherfucker is an asshole, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he just like us. Like he's like, I'm gonna fucking, I can't wait to beat the shit out of Patino and fucking Tom and
You
just
know what I
fucking
mean?
show him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just fucking show him. Like, dude, yo, bro. His whole life is spent on basketball, yo. Like that man is so competitive, yo. It's crazy, man. Shout out to Coach B, man, and they doing.
Shout out to Coach
I don't
B.
know what you're doing, Joe. February 24th. I'm sure you got the email.
Don't say a word.
All right,
Joe,
bet.
I'm
Yo,
taking that drive, man.
yo,
You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
fact, man.
Shout out!
That's gonna be a
It's
fun
Coach
that's gonna be a
Boeheim
fun
Day.
weekend.
It's Boeheim Day, and and I say this a lot, and I've even said it to Coach Boeheim on text, whether it was his birthday or Father's Day, whatever it was, where I shoot him a text, and like I really spent the best 4 years of my life at Syracuse with him. You know what I'm saying? And I owe, obviously, a lot to him and the things that he was able to teach me. But man, and not everybody feels the same way. Every individual is going to have a different relationship with another individual. It's never going to be the same for everybody. But personally, Boeheim, helped me a lot, helped me grow as a player, especially because he was so thorough and so straightforward with what he would say. Like, I don't know how it was later in his, in like, in the last few years, if he was as direct and as tough on guys or whatever it may be. But I know with me personally, he got the best out of me because of how he was, and he did have that open door policy when you could go in and just chop it up with him. Shout out to Coach Boeheim. It's Boeheim's Day. Of course, I'm gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
My dream is to
And
probably go to
we gonna
Flintstone
have a
with Boeheim.
ball.
Oh
We
yeah, no question.
Yo, we gonna have a ball. Hey,
We're gonna
Joe,
have a
go ahead
ball.
get your second. Let's go get the second. We want to shout out Flintstone again. We try to do it 2 times a show. You know what I'm saying? So like, shout out Flintstone. They right there down the street from Galaxy. And if y'all ain't know, Galaxy is who we work for. We're contracted under. So shout out to Galaxy. But if you go to Galaxy and you go out and take a right and fucking go about 100 feet down that motherfucking street, hit you another right. You gonna be right in the motherfucking Flintstone. I mean, so
Yeah,
so shout out to Flintstone. They supporting our show, man. So we gonna support them, man. Love is love. You already know
always.
what it is, man. And
Yeah,
Joe, we got about 8 minutes left or whatever. I want to kind of recap the Niagara game, and then we'll talk about a little bit about Pittsburgh Saturday. We've been chopping it up about some real shit. I just want to tell y'all before we go into this talking about the hoop shit. We always gonna give you some real shit, man. Like we always gonna
always.
talk about some real shit for real. Like that's just it's in our DNA. I don't know no other way. But so we'll talk about Niagara a little bit, man. I think, and I did the broadcast. I did the game. That was fun as hell. I hope I continue to be able to get opportunities to do that. But they pulled it out. It was 83-71. Not the prettiest of games. First half, they let my man go off. Luke Bumbalo
Yeah,
played 36 minutes. He was 8 for 16, 6 for 12 from 3-point range. He had 26 points. I mean, he was in his bag. He was doing his thing. And Joe, we know whenever like a non-conference game, like, and I'm speaking for the teams coming into the dome, that's exciting for a motherfucker to come into the
yeah,
dome and be able to
100%.
play on that court. He showed his ass off, man. He did his
Yep.
thing. But again, for Syracuse to win, we'll talk about the bench, man. 40 bench points, bro. 44 points in the paint, and obviously that goes to what we excel at: getting downhill, getting to the rim, getting paint touches, and scoring that way. And then I think at times we did a great job of getting out in transition and playing fast. But back to the bench, yo. Like we've been saying these names quite a bit, yo. Quadir Copeland, Malik Brown,
Yep. Shout out
Kyle
Malik.
Cuff. He came in and had another good game. Benny, he played 12 minutes, had 6 points, 3 rebounds. But
Yep.
I want to talk about Malik, yo. 24
Yeah.
minutes, 6 for 6. 15 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, for real, bro. Like I was doing the game, and it was really kind of like it was lackadaisical for a lot of the game. You know what I'm saying? But when Quadir and Malik came in, and also shout out to JT, man. Justin Taylor. He got back in double figures for the first time in a little bit, so it's good to see him getting in there. He had 3 threes, making some shots.
Right before
Hopefully,
ACC play, big time.
exactly. We need his confidence up. We need Chris Bell. We need you back, my guy. We need you because
Yep.
I'll tell you what. An ACC play comes. They're not going to let y'all get out in transition like you want to. They're going to make you play at half court like Virginia did. And we need shooters to space the floor. and be able to create those angles and driving lanes for JJ and Judah. So, but yeah, Quadir and Malik, bro, when they came in that game, I mean, the energy was at a whole different level, man. They've been bringing it, ever since that Oregon game. We talked about 44 points off the bench against Oregon, and they're continuing it, man. And this is a team that we know has depth. They could go 8-9 deep. And I don't think we've seen this from a Syracuse team in a long time. I can't really remember the last time we seen this many guys play, but not only play but make an
Yep.
impact, man. So
Exactly.
what do
Yep.
you think? What do you think going forward? Into ACC play. Obviously, we need the bench, but do you think they can continue to keep this up off the bench and keep bringing this energy?
I do, and they see the results that it brings. Again, shout out to Malik. I think the last 2 games now he's averaging probably like 13, 14 points over his last two. Probably six, 7 rebounds. So that, and Quadir, of course, QC. He's been doing his thing, and we know what kind of energy he brings defensively. And when he comes in, we see that shift. And sometimes, and like I said, as long as you accept that role and you're willing to come in there and know, you're going to be able to score. You're going to score the ball. Just be active. And you playing in that role, like what coming off the bench does, you come in and you make a change and you have to go sit back down. Guess what? When that shit go down again, you coming right back in. So that could happen in 2 minutes where it's going down, you coming right back in, or any situation. So that bench coming in, Kyle, Malik, Benny, now that I feel like, they're kind of bringing him along slowly but surely. 12 minutes is way below his usual, I guess, when he is playing numbers. But his numbers overall in those 12 minutes, that's 6 points, 12 minutes. That's great. That's what we need you to do. Now, you just think about if he plays
Facts.
20 minutes, what he could bring. If he's able to split those minutes with somebody, what he could bring to the table. And that bench productivity is what we're going to need going forward. Obviously, them knowing what their value. Everybody wants to feel valued. Everybody wants to feel appreciated. And I think now they're seeing, what their results bring when they are, in the game and being effective and being aggressive and just being out there helping the team. Now they see, okay, now they're probably getting a little press. Now they're getting, a little media attention, whatever it may be. Now they feel that value. Oh shit, I'm appreciated here. Okay, so listen, I like that feeling. I'm gonna keep this going. You know what I mean? And that's any kid, like you like when you're at the end of the game. I'm gonna be real. As a freshman, who did I say? I think my locker was close to Paul. I think Johnny was nearby. Rick was close by, and he wasn't even playing that much. But as a freshman, I come in the locker room, I make a sharp left. My locker's like 2 lockers down. You know what I mean? And after the games, locker was empty as shit. But it was about 15 reporters between Johnny and Paul, and you had you yourself, you had Andy AO, and I'm like, damn, like I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd like somebody to talk to, and then you have a game where you score 8 points and they get a little, you you score a little 8 points and you get a little quote in the Daily Orange or some shit, not the Post Standard. You're gonna keep that for the Daily Orange, but once you start seeing the media, like you like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So them kids that's coming in and they getting that love, especially today where it's a big social media presence, just media in general, so many cell phones, so many platforms, whatever it is. Like, bro, they like that. They're going to continue playing well. Obviously, basketball is basketball. They're going to have a shitty game at some point. I hope not, but it's probably bound to happen at some point. Whether it's Malik not doing what he's supposed to do, whatever it may be, he might get in foul trouble and now he's not as effective, and QC might have a game where he's turning the ball over. It could happen. But overall, I think that what they've been doing for these past, since really Georgetown, you know what I'm saying, the last probably 4 games, 3-4 games,
Yeah.
that's exactly what we needed them to do going into this conference play. Because we know, like we said, Judah's going to do what he does. JJ's coming into his own, although, I think he had 7 against Niagara, but he's coming into his own, feeling comfortable. And that's fine that he didn't score the ball extremely well, but he's coming into his own and his confidence is built up. JT, like you just mentioned, back in double figures, great for his confidence and it boosting his confidence. Dog, we're right where we need to be. You know what I'm saying? Going into conference
I
play.
agree. And then, like you said, in conference play, bro, yeah, the bench needs to be there, but that's big dog time. You know what I'm saying? Judah,
Yep.
JJ, those starters, those guys. I mean, just in reality, they got to play good for us to win games. I mean,
Yep.
we need the bench, but you need your big dogs to be able to play good. And I think going into Pittsburgh, look, we 9-3 right now. I think that's as good as anybody, could have expected us to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're riding a good wave. They're playing good going into Saturday against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh averaging 81 points a game, man. So I think it's a team that could score. They're coming into the Dome. Defensively, we got to be locked in. We got to be engaged, and we've been better overall. The past 4 or 5 games defensively. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they got going Pittsburgh Saturday. And shit, we'll be back on here next Wednesday talking about it. 10 to 11.
Yes, sir.
You already know.
Yes, we will.
Appreciate everybody tuning in. Go ahead, Joe.
No. I just was making sure. The end of a show, we gonna salute.
No, I was about to get to that.
Oh, okay.
No, we doing the same. Look, we gonna do the same shit at the end and the beginning. You know what I mean?
All right,
so
okay.
First of all, appreciate everybody tuning in every Wednesday, 10 to 11. Devo and Kris Joe show. Lock back in with us next Wednesday. But until then,
yeah, we out of here. Bye.